Hey guys, Andrew Stroud here. I'm in the sideboard at the Open Series here in Seattle. I'm with Timothy Chavez. Timothy showed up with what I thought, when I first looked at it, was a black-red aggro deck. When we got here and laid it out, it actually turns out to be more of a black-red mid-range deck. So tell me about this deck. What made you decide you wanted to play it?
I decided to play it because I can play the cheaper creatures like Rakdos, Cackler, and Spike Jester. Okay. And I feel like Spike Jester is more powerful than Pack Rat because there's just so much removal in the format right now. So Spike Jester, he'll get 3 in now, he'll eat up Caryatids, he'll do what you need him to do. He'll at least get 3 damage in. And then I wanted to play like the Stormbreath Dragons and Mogus because, well, Stormbreath Dragon can carry a game on his own compared to Grey Merchant.
Okay, so you wanted some number of aggression, some number of cheap cards that you could play early, and you went with Spike Jester and Rakdos Cackler.
Yes.
And you also wanted a fair amount of top end,
yes,
something that is very powerful and demands an answer at the 5 and 6 drop.
Yeah.
And so you have Stormbreath, and you have 3 Stormbreath Dragons and 2 Mogus God of Slaughter. I focus on those because those are the cards that you could not have played in regular mono black midrange or mono black devotion.
Yeah.
These are the cards that you're actually dipping into a second color for. So you said that Stormbreath is just your go-to finisher?
Yeah, he's a finisher because the Jester, typically there's a lot of removal, so all the removal clears up the way for the Jesters and Cacklers or the Herald of Torments or Lifebane Zombies, and typically at about turn 5 they're at low life. Mm-hmm. So I play Stormbreath Dragon as a finisher because Stormbreath Dragon can carry games on his own.
Sure.
Grey Merchant, he can swing the tide of the game, but he does nothing on his own.
Yeah, okay. So Stormbreath is basically your Grey Merchant, and you're going with Grey Merchant. Sorry, you're going with Stormbreath instead of Grey Merchant because it's a little more flexible.
Yeah.
And it does more on its own. Okay, that makes sense.
The Pro White is extremely relevant because
for sure.
There's Blood Baron, there's Detention Sphere, there's all these different types of white removal.
For sure. Pro White does a ton of work in this format.
Yeah.
Stormbreath is a card people know about. People have been playing that for a while. Tell me a little more about Mogus God of Slaughter. How's that been for you?
Mogus has actually been quite good because Spike Jester gives him 2 devotion. Anything in my deck gives him 2 devotion besides Rakdos Cackler.
Sure.
So I can actually swing with him more often than you would think. And even if he just sits there, he's free 2 damage each upkeep, unless we sacrifice a creature, then it's just free removal. And then if you get, like I said, if you guys swing with him, it's nice.
Okay. So we just finished round 6, I believe, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and you are 5-1.
Yes, I'm 5-1.
Okay, what all have you played against today?
Played against about 3 green-red monsters decks.
Okay.
2 mono-red decks, and then I just finished playing against an Orzhov mid-range deck, the type that plays Thoughtseize Pack Rat, but Blood Baron instead of Grey Merchant.
2 red, 3 green-red, and then the 1 Orzhov. So you beat the green-red deck 3 times, is that right? Okay, is that you think that's your best matchup?
I actually have no idea, because I have 3 mainboard Lifebane Zombies, because I found out that without Lifebane Zombies, it makes my green-red matchup kind of weak.
Okay.
But once the Lifebane Zombies went in, it just instantly improved my green-red
Lifebane Zombie makes a ton of difference, for sure.
Because he's, even mainboard, he's just a 3-1 Intimidate, it lets you get information on your opponent's hand.
Sure. Okay, what matchup do you think you want to play against the most?
I really want to play against Control, because at my local card stores, there's a lot of Control, and that's why I have Havoc Festival on the sideboard.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, that's a spicy one. All right, so you want to play against Control. What do you want to play against the least? What gives you the most trouble?
I'd say the decks would have Blood Baron in them.
Okay. All right.
Except for Esper. I'm fine with Esper. Just not like Orzhov.
Sure. So you faced your worst matchup then last round. You were able to beat it?
Yeah. Game 1, he saw 3 Pack Rats. I lost that.
Sure.
And then Game 2, I just won with Demons and Stormbreaths.
Okay.
And Game 3, I just won with removal, Spike Jesters, and then on the back of the Stormbreath Dragon.
So basically, your top end go-to threat did exactly what it was there to do.
Did exactly what it was there to do.
Sweet. Nice. Okay. Yeah. You mentioned the Havoc Festival in your sideboard, which that definitely, I raised my eyebrow a little when I saw that. I want to go over your sideboard really quickly. A lot of it kind of self-explanatory. It's some extra rules, just a ton of 1-ofs in your board.
Yeah.
So I'll run through it very quickly. You have the extra Lifebane Zombie, 2 Doomblades, 2 Dark Betrayals, 1 Mizium Mortars, 1 Pithing Needle, and then we get to the anti-control package. And this, I think, is that seems to be the most exciting part of your sideboard, to me anyway. You have 2 Skullcracks, 2 Rakdos returns, that's a big game.
Yeah.
And then 1 Sire of Insanity, and as you mentioned, the 1 Havoc Festival. So
Yeah.
tell me a little about this package.
Alright, so the Rakdos' return is in there for mid-range or control matchups because it's just extremely strong to be able to fireball and empty someone's hand.
For sure.
And Skullcrack is in there because it's kind of anti-Blood Baron a little bit because it stops him from gaining life, lets me race it a little bit. It's good against Sphinx's Revelation. And then the Sire of Insanity is there for control because obviously if you have a 6/4 beating your face while they don't have a hand, you're in a good position.
Sure.
And then the Havoc Festival is in there because it's just players can't gain life, and I can afford to lose life against control because I
Okay.
play hasty creatures and they sit there. And
Have you cast Havoc Festival in this tournament?
not in this tournament yet,
So
but
you haven't played against control this tournament, have you?
No.
Forgot about that.
I really want to play against control now.
Okay. So you're incredibly confident in your control matchup. I've seen a
incredibly-
lot of that at the top tables.
Yeah, because I mean Cackler and Jester, control does not like 1-drops, and they definitely don't like 3/1 hasters. And then Stormbreath is pro white, which is like the main removal color of any control deck.
Control decks. Yeah, of course. All right. Well, we just finished round 6. We have 4 rounds remaining, so you'll need to win 3 of those 4 to get there. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks for sitting down with me, man.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Good luck. Stick around. We'll be bringing you more coverage here at the Star City Open series here in Seattle.